Here's how I lost 4 kg in 4 weeks before the summer started, and how you can do it too. Basically, what I did was I first figured out what is my weight loss goal. So when I was trying to lose weight way back, I used to never set a target of how much weight I wanted to lose, and I'd end up going like a couple of weeks into it, losing a bit of weight. I'd no end goal in mind, and I either just got burnt out or else I just decided that, like, geez, I was looking a bit too skinny, better start bulking again. So what I did was I decided I wanted to lose 4 kg in 4 weeks. That was my outcome goal. Makes it easier to stick to. You have a target and you know the end is in sight, basically, so it doesn't feel like it's going to go on forever. So 4 kg in 4 weeks was my goal. Next thing I had to do, I had to work backwards from that, figure out, you know, the calories that I needed to lose that weight. So having a bit of experience dieting before, I knew about 2300 calories would be perfect for me. So if you're trying to figure out this yourself, just go online, type in like calorie calculator for weight loss, something along those lines. They're all quite similar. They'll ask you for your height, your weight, your activity level. It'll spit out a number. Just don't get too bogged down in this number. It's just an estimate to use as a starting point. And if you find that like you go a week into that weight loss plan and you're using those calories and your weight's not coming down and you're being honest and consistent, drop it by another 150 or 250, and then if it starts moving, then you've got your deficit. So for me, it was about 2300 calories. So I knew my calorie target. I knew I wanted to lose this weight in 4 weeks. So that I was very clear on that. And then the next thing I had to do was just figure out my training, what I wanted to do there. And what I did for the training, I didn't change anything, because you just need to train hard as before when you're losing weight. I didn't lose any strength. I actually gained some strength during this period. Felt pretty good. It was short and sweet for 4 weeks, so I never really got too fatigued. But as you're losing weight, you know, some people say you need to train a bit lighter or train a bit less. Don't do this. Just work as hard as ever, as hard as you've been doing, and push everything as hard in the gym as well. And the next thing also I said to myself is I want to lose 4 kg in 4 weeks. So I've got a 4-week goal here. So I'm gonna have two options. I can delay this and, you know, start going out for meals, not tracking things as much, or just saying, ah, fuck it, I'll have like a latte here and there at the weekends. And that's fine if you want to just like delay the time it takes for you to get to your results. Personally, I'd rather not do this. I'd rather just like set myself the goal, get it done, get out, and then increase my calories. So during that time, I understood that like there's going to have to be some short-term trade-offs, like the latte that I like to have at the weekends. I just swapped that for a regular Americano. It was 1 or 2 meals out where I said, you know what, I'm just not going to eat out for lunch for these 4 weeks, because I just want to get this weight loss wrapped up and done. And by understanding that, I was able to just get to my goal a lot quicker. So I got the 4 kg off in 4 weeks just by giving up some short-term pleasures that I know that in 4 weeks time I can just get straight back into this, rather than delaying it and like giving yourself these little treats every now and then, and you're just like pushing it out and pushing it out. And like the longer you're in that phase of like dieting and not seeing the results, eventually what's going to happen is you're just going to get pissed off with it, which is what used to happen to me. I'd say, oh, I'm on a diet here, but look, I'll have a treat every now and then at the weekends. And inevitably what happened was I didn't see the progress I was expecting as fast as I was expecting. And then eventually I just hit the self-destruct button and just reverse out of it and undo it. So you're going to have to make some trade-offs if you want to lose the weight. And like the way I look at it is, you know, you want to lose the weight. So my view would be get the weight off as quick as possible, and then you can increase your calories, get back to having more of the treats that you enjoy in more frequency. Like every now and then, of course, you can have a treat on, you know, a weight loss journey, but it just has to be a little bit more tactical. It can't be at the same rate that you're having when you gained all the weight, because what worked for you then to gain the weight is obviously not going to work for you here to lose the weight too. And ultimately, you don't really need extreme measures to do this. It's just saying to yourself that I'm going to stick to this all in for a couple of weeks and get to my goal. And then once I get to the goal, calories increase, freedom increases, and you can reduce the tracking a little bit more, and it becomes a lot more freeing as well. So I lost the 4 kg, and then I was able to bump my calories right back up to over 3,000 per day and just hold that for a couple of weeks and didn't gain back any excess weight. So if you need a hand with this yourself, if you're struggling with your own weight loss, how to calculate your calories, how to work out your training plan, I offer online coaching, so you can contact me on Alan Quigley Coaching on Instagram if you need any help. Thanks a million. See you in the next one.